What's on, guys? This is the Magic Positive bringing you another, well, not another, but, well, it kind of is, but it's a team analysis. You probably won't see this coming, but I'm actually in the second league now. It's called the GSL, and it's kind of, different from the OSA. The battles are going to be posted on Saturday, and the OSA battles are obviously posted on Sunday, and, it's, well, I mean, this one, in my opinion, is a little more set up to last. It has a Twitter account, everyone's on Skype. With the other one, it's like a chatsy thing, and not everyone, saves the link, and it's kind of hard to communicate on there, so, but yeah, everyone has Skype with this one, so, it's gonna be nice. So yeah, going into the draft, I knew what I wanted. I had a notepad out. I'm like, okay, this is what I want for each tier. If I get sniped, I have a backup plan. So my first OU pick, I wanted Heatran, and I got sniped. So that kind of stinked. That kind of stunk because I have well, it stunk because I really wanted Heatran for my other OU drafts, but it's alright. I mean, real quick, I picked up Klefki for my first round because it was my backup for Heatran, basically. But I should have realized earlier that, it's not a first round pick. I should have picked something else so that I wouldn't get sniped again, which I got sniped all three. Well, I got sniped actually 4 times in OU, so, yeah, so I got Klefki. I should have gotten this thing like 3rd round or something if I wanted it at all, which I didn't really want it. It was just a backup for Heatran, so, yeah, that's Klefki. It gets Prankster, it gets T-Wave, it actually gets Magnet Rise, which is cool because you can, what can you do? You can, you can Magnet Rise so that you don't get hit by EQs, which is nice. You also get Calm Mind. If you want to sweep, you get Light Screen and Reflect. Dual Screens is most likely what I would run. Foul Play is also there. Magic Coat to bounce back status. It's pretty cool. You get Spikes too if you want to have that. Switcheroo is nice if you want that. And, yeah. Prankster, I'm probably not going to be running Magician at all. I mean, I might, but just to steal an item, but I feel like Prankster is way more useful. So, second round comes out, and I already got sniped twice. Like, I wanted Sylveon, but that got picked before I even got Klefki. So, my second, my backup for that was Clefable, and in itself, it's probably it's kind of like a blessing in itself, because this thing does do things that Sylveon cannot. As you can see, it has, oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Can you see this? I'm not sure. Yeah, you can't see it. It's just Skype going up. So, yeah, this thing gets Calm Mind, it gets Dazzling Gleam. You can see all this, coverage. It gets a lot of things that Sylveon doesn't knock off. Immediate recovery. Whereas Sylveon just gets Wish. I mean, it might get like Moonlight or something, but it never runs that, to be honest. Soft Boiled, so, Stealth Rock's there, T-Wave is there, Toxic, Wish. We also have Wish, so that's a good thing if we want a Wish pass. But it gets amazing recovery. It gets recovery. It gets, coverage that Sylveon doesn't get. It doesn't have nearly as much bulk in the special side. It has a little more physical bulk, but its HP is fine, but its stats are pretty mediocre or subpar. So that's whatever. But it does get Stealth Rocks that I want. It does get the bulk. It gets Cosmic Power, and that we all know is a bitch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this thing just walling out things. And yeah, so 3rd round rolls around. I know what I want. I want Selby. It's basically like my surprise. Now let me just. Alright, so it's basically my kind of a pick that people would overlook and then not see as a threat, and then it would be a threat, but someone actually picked Celebi, and I did not expect that in a million years, but it got picked. So at that point I was so pissed. I got all 3 of my OU picks were picked, and having Celebi on the team would really be nice, but I was looking down like I am right now, and then I saw Weavile, and looking at I was kind of like the whole draft I was saying, like, if I didn't get sniped at all, would this Pokemon fit my team? Like, So, like when I got sniped, I'd say, would this Pokemon fit my team if I didn't get sniped at all later? I looked at Weavile, I'm like, alright, Weavile's very good. And then someone picked Weavile like, before I could get him. So, that was a real shame. So, I did get sniped 4 times in OU. So, I'm looking down, Ubers, no, you can't get Ubers. And, I looked down and I said, well, Victini's still there, so let me pick up Victini. This thing is amazing. It can be Scarf, Banded, E-Belt, Specs, Life Orb. It can do anything. Victory Star. Raising that accuracy, and if you look at his moves, if you look at the accuracy, he has a lot of 85% accuracy. He gets Focus Blast, so that's 70%. He gets Heat Wave, which is 90%. A lot of things that accuracy might be annoying, but with the Victory Star, it ensures that a lot of these moves, not ensures, but it will help these moves hit, which is nice. As you can see, it gets phenomenal coverage. V-Crate is a monster move. So is Wild Charge, Will-O-Wisp if I want to go defensive, T-Wave, U-Turn, Taunt. I might not even go defensive this year, this season, just because I'm losing so much firepower. I'm losing so much power with Victini if I go defensive. So as you get, Fusion Flare, Fusion Bolt, Bolt Strike, Blue Flare, amazing moves. It can be special, it can be physical, and it's got 100 on the board. So I like this pick, but it could be better. I wanted Celebi, but I don't think I'm gonna trade Victini for Celebi, to be honest. So yeah, rolling around, we went into UU, and I knew what Mega I wanted, but I didn't think it would be picked round 1. So what I decided to do, I wanted an evolution. I wanted something that could wish past bulky wishes. So I decided to. Sorry if you hear that. I decided to go with Vaporeon, and this thing, it could be offensive because it has base 110 special attack, but it's not fast enough, and it's not really bulky enough. It can't really take a physical hit too well, but it's got amazing HP, and that's why Wish is so useful on this thing. It gets Baton Pass, Heal Bell, it gets Roar as well if I want to phase, Toxic, Wish, things like that, Signal Beam if I want to run that. Acid Armor could be a very viable thing, since it's like especially offensive with Acid Armor to raise its physical defense. That'd be amazing. All the hidden powers, of course, and then yeah, just overall decent coverage. And looking at my team so far, Grass is covered and Electric I'll have to deal with later, but for now I liked Vaporeon for what it was. So yeah, basically that's all I need to say about that. My second pick, I did not get sniped at all in UU, luckily. I went with Deblade because Deblade is really good in my opinion. Its special defense is definitely not good enough, but with Eviolite we can bulk that up a little bit, maybe take a hit. And then its defense is monstrous. Its defense is monstrous. With an Eviolite, if you make this thing physically defensive, it's not dying to a physical hit. Yeah, so it's just not. And its attack is also very exceptional. So this thing, what I imagine, Destiny Bond is great. Autotomize if I want to go that. Don't know if I'll do that ever, but I could, just because it gets Shadow Sneak, and Shadow Sneak in its own is priority. So yeah, we also have Swords Dance, which I will probably be running. Rockstar's there. Probably won't be running a special set. That's not really common at all, seeing that its special attack is nothing, and I can't get Nasty Paw, I can't get Calm Mind, so that's no special attacking presence, but that's fine. So I roll around into UU. I was really hoping this wouldn't get picked, and luckily it didn't. I get Mega Aerodactyl, and Mega Aerodactyl is one of those megas I believe is overlooked, and I believe can really put on the work. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just reading something. It can do a lot of things. It gets all the elemental fangs, it gets Tough Claws. I mean, this is pressure, but the Mega is Tough Claws, and Aerial Ace. If this thing got Brave Bird with Tough Claws boost, that would be out of this world. It also doesn't get U-turn, but it's fine. It's also another Stealth Rocks option if I want to go with that. I won't ever run Rock Toss, I don't think, unless I don't have like any speed investment for some reason. Tailwind, Taunt, Whirlwind, Phasing, Roar. Gets a lot of things. Pursuit Trap, I can do that if I want. In fact, I may do that week 1. I'm kind of debating what kind of Aerodactyl set I want to run week 1. because week 1 is like in a few hours for me. So yeah, gets a lot of things, and I hope this thing can put in as much work as possible this season. So yeah, so moving into RU, I think I knew what I wanted, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna get everything I wanted. I wanted my RU picks to be substantial, so I was tossing on Scrafty for a long time, and I didn't think. Well, I mean, I wanted Scrafty just because to cover Celebi well with Heatran and Sylveon, but I ended up going Hitmonlee because I don't even have Celebi, so I feel like Hitmonlee is nice. It doesn't add to my flying weakness if I had Celebi because I don't have Celebi. So again, Hitmonlee, I have it in the OSA as well, and it is just a monster. It gets a lot of things. As you can see, Blaze Kick right off the bat, that's good coverage. Bullet Punch and Mach Punch, Knockoff, Rock Slide, Sucker Punch as well, if you want to run that. Superpower is there. Rapid Spin is a good one. And then Fake Out. So probably one of the best sets is Endure Likey Berry, in my opinion. It gets Endure, and then you get the Unburden by eating the Likey Berry. It could be anything else. It could be like normal gem boosted Fake Out. It could be normal gem boosted Rapid Spin. It could be like Citrus Berry with Bulk Up, maybe if you want to run a bulky set. But looking at stats, it's got pretty decent special defense, hideous physical defense, and yeah, so that's that. I love using it in the OSA. It puts in work, so hopefully you can put in the work this season in GSL. Moving on, I just need to check what I got. I kind of forget because, yeah, so next, I decided to get Meloetta. I didn't want it to creep down to the. I felt like it would be picked by the time 3rd round came around, so I decided to pick up Meloetta. It's a great mon in my opinion. Sorry, my voice is leaving me at the moment. But Searing Gears is a great ability. Toad just gets it. So if you're wondering about T-Wave and Air Slash Paraflinch, that's where it came from. Basically, was Searing Grace. So yeah, this thing gets Calm Mind. It gets T-Bolt, Grass Knot, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, Hyper Voice, Psychic, Psyshock, Knockoff, Perish Song, not Perish Song, or Magic Coat. I mean, because it does get Perish Song, but Relic Song is the one that's interesting. 20% chance to for Meloetta. Well, I mean, 20% chance because the Searing Grace boosts it, doubles it, and then it transforms into Parowet form. I think it is. So that makes it like entirely physically offensive, and I can run close combat right there. There it is, right there, and yeah, a bunch of a bunch of physical moves that are really good. It can hit on both sides of the offensive spectrum. Once it gets Relic Song up, it gets T-Wave U-Turn. I didn't even know it gets U-Turn. Like, I have like a lot of legendaries. I don't think a lot of legendaries, but like I have a lot of Pokemon with like coverage out the wazoo. So wazoo isn't a word, so whatever. So 3rd round of the RU went by, and I'm like, alright, so I haven't got sniped in a while. I really hope I didn't get sniped. So I wanted Golbat, and right before my pick, Golbat, oh my god, I can't talk. Golbat was picked right before me, and I was so pissed at that point. I just wanted to quit because Golbat did so much for my team. More initiative with U-Turn. Super Fang is nice. Toxic. It can't get Toxic, so that's nice. I wanted one of those things. Clefable can status absorb with the Magic Guard, but no, because I might run unaware. So yeah, I wanted Golbat, but I didn't get it. So the next best thing is Gastrodon. Now I know this isn't the best pick in the world. Only has one weakness, Grass, but its stats are a little left to be whatever you say. And this thing could be run mostly specially defensive, maybe physically defensive, but with that physical defense, I don't expect it to live too many hits. It does get Recover though, and it does have a nice HP stat, but it doesn't get Wish, so that's a thing. We get Scald for Scald Burns. We get Pain Split, which I didn't even know it got that. It gets Memento as well. But yeah, other than that, that's honestly what it is. And I, just so you know, I was on the clock for this one because I wanted Golbat, and then the guy right before me picked Golbat, so I really didn't have anything. Looking at my team, I cover grass pretty well. I mean, I have 3 resistances, and then a shared weakness, so I don't know. I mean, I could be better. I understand that, but it is what it is. So yeah, rolling into NU, I know what I wanted. I wanted Weezing, I wanted Xatu, and I wanted Sandslash. Sandslash got picked before me in round 1, and so I'm like, alright, whatever. I really didn't expect Weezing to go. I really didn't expect Weezing to drop down, because I was like almost last for NU. But I did get Weezing. I did end up getting Weezing here. And it's nice because looking at its physical defense, it is a monster. It gets Will-O-Wisp as well to increase its physical defense even more. It gets Pain Split, Destiny Bond, Explosion, you know, whatever. A lot of people are in the especially offensive set, but it gets more attack than special attack. Kind of one of those things like Nidoking, it's always run special, not always, but most of the time it's run special, but it has more attack than special attack, so yeah, there's a thing there. Gets Sludge Wave, that's nice. Toxic Spikes as well, but I think it's kind of one of those things where you have to have like the right other moves. Like it has to be paired with the different moves. I don't know. It's confusing. So Weezing is here. Can't take a special hit very well, but I can make this thing specially defensive and hopefully make it work. I mean, its special defense is better than this thing's physical defense. So whenever you think Weezing is so weak, so frail on the special side, well, Gastrodon is weaker on the physical side. So yeah, next round, I was kind of surprised about this too. I was like kind of incredibly surprised that Xatu wasn't picked because it is a great mon. Gets Magic Bounce. I think I'm gonna run a Magic Bounce every time I bring this thing, but this thing gets Calm Mind and Baton Pass, which is amazing. It also gets Roost. I can make it bulky or offensive. Either one works. No reason to run Magic Coat, obviously, since I have Magic Bounce. I mean, if I don't bring Magic Bounce, I'll bring Magic Coat if I want, but yeah, this thing gets great stuff. It gets Sucker Punch as well. Not that I'll ever bring that, but yeah, I might. It gets Wish, another Wish Passer. It gets U-Turn, T-Wave, things like that. And yeah, is there anything else? I haven't been dipping into these kind of moves because I don't even think they're worth it. But yeah, Miracle Eye is there, and yeah, I think these are just moves that like they get that aren't really useful. I think, I'm not sure. Anyway, but yeah, this is what Xatu is, and yeah, because I got this because looking at my team, yeah, I didn't really have very many options for hazard removal, and you know, not even letting them get up in the first place. It kind of has that Mega Sableye effect where, you know, even though you don't know it's gonna come, you're still afraid to bring hazards because it's there. It can Magic Bounce. And yeah, so moving on, of course, Sandslash was sniped, so I had to pick up something that I didn't really agree with. I didn't know Sandslash was sniped, and it was my turn. I was kind of on the clock, so I had to get Avalugg. This may be traded later on, but you know how much I love Avalugg. Rocky Helmet is what I usually run. Maybe you don't know how much I love Avalugg, but it is a great mon. Look at that defense. And, you know, you look at special defense, its special attack and speed, and say, wow, I can tell this is in PU. But, in my opinion, it should not be in PU. It can wall out things like Landers, things like Garchomp, things like other things. I don't know. What else can it... I don't know. Something else. Other things it can wall out. Pretty much any physical wall it can take. And it also gets Mirror Coat and Recover, Rapid Spin, things like that. Avalanche, which I always run. And it gets Sturdy. So... yeah, Sturdy Mirror Coat, pretty viable in my opinion. And I won't be running that every week, but it's a good strat in my opinion. And yeah, so that is my team overall. I mean, overall, I don't think it had a good synergy. I really don't. It's not what I wanted. I didn't want to get sniped 4 times in OU. That definitely was not what I wanted. Then getting sniped again in RU right before my pick, and I think it sniped in UU. I went 5 picks without getting sniped, which is pretty good considering my luck. But yeah, and then Avalugg got sniped. I just went with Avalugg just because I could. So yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. leave in the comment section below what you think of my draft, and yeah, if you have any suggestions. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.